Did you know the Bible says that when Jesus returns, his judgment will result in so much blood that it rises to the height of a horse's bridle and flows for 200 miles? That's not an exaggeration. That's Revelation 14:20, it says. And the winepress was trodden outside the city, and blood flowed from the winepress, as high as a horse's bridle, for 1,600 stadia. In modern terms, that's about 4.5 feet high, roughly the height of a horse's mouth, and 200 miles long. So we ran the numbers. If that river of blood were just 3 miles wide, which is a very conservative estimate, it would require over 426 billion people to produce that much blood, and that's assuming each person contributed every drop of their 5-liter blood supply. That's over 50 times the entire population of the planet right now. So the first obvious question we have to ask is this: is this verse literal or symbolic? Now think about this. Just one verse earlier. Revelation 14:1 describes 144,000 people standing with the Lamb on Mount Zion. That's a very real number, standing on a very real mountain. There's no metaphor or hidden meaning there. It's literal. But verse 20, this river of blood, stretching for 200 miles? That's something else entirely. It's not meant to be a mathematical body count. It's a terrifying symbolic image, meant to show the unimaginable scale of God's final wrath. But we don't stop there. The passage that kicks off this entire scene is Revelation 4:6, where John sees one like a son of man, sitting on a white cloud with a golden crown and a sharp sickle. He swings his sickle over the earth, and the earth is harvested. This is a grain harvest, not a grape harvest. It's peaceful, not destructive. This is Jesus himself reaping the righteous from the earth before judgment falls. And if you cross-reference this with Revelation 7, the connections become undeniable. In Revelation 7:3, the angels are told not to harm the earth until the servants of God are sealed on their foreheads. Then John hears the number of the sealed, 144,000. The same group we see again in Revelation 14:1. These are literal people sealed for protection. Immediately after that, in Revelation 7:9, John sees a great multitude in heaven that no one could number, from every nation, tribe, and language, clothed in white robes, standing before the throne and the Lamb. When asked who they are, the answer is clear. These are the ones coming out of the great tribulation. They have been gathered. They are now in heaven. They are the righteous harvest. That matches perfectly with the reaping in Revelation 14:14-16. The Son of Man harvests the faithful first. Then in verse 17, a second angel comes with another sickle, and this time he's told to gather the grapes of the earth because they are ripe for wrath. That's when the winepress of God is trodden, and that symbolic river of blood explodes across the land. This is where it gets jaw-dropping. When you compare all these passages, you realize the timeline of events is precise. Revelation 6 describes the breaking of the 6th seal. The sun turns black. The moon becomes like blood. The sky rolls back. And the kings of the earth cry out to the mountains, saying, "Hide us from the face of him who is seated on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb, for the great day of their wrath has come." In other words, the wrath is just about to start. Right after that comes Revelation 7, the sealing of the 144,000, the appearance of the great multitude in heaven, and then Revelation 14, the reaping of the earth. It all takes place in the window, between the cosmic signs of the 6th seal and the beginning of God's wrath. This harvest is the gathering of God's elect at the end of the age. It happens just before the bowls of wrath are poured out. It doesn't happen before the tribulation. It happens after the saints have endured it. Just like Jesus said in Matthew 24:29-31. And then comes the second harvest, the wrath. That's where the blood flows. Now let's bring it full circle. Revelation 14:20 is not a literal pool of human blood. It's a prophetic picture of judgment so severe, so complete, that only extreme symbolic imagery could describe it. It's meant to shake you. It's meant to remind you, when the cup of God's wrath is finally poured out, there will be no escaping it. But here's the beauty. The Bible doesn't leave us guessing. Like Proverbs 25:2 tells us, "It is the glory of God to conceal things, but the glory of kings is to search things out." God hides these truths in layers, some literal, some symbolic, but they're all there, waiting to be uncovered by those who seek him with their whole heart. So now we know. The harvest of the righteous happens before the winepress. It happens at the end of the 6th seal. It's real, it's precise, and it's coming If this opened your eyes or helped you understand the timeline more clearly, please like this video so more people can hear the truth. Subscribe if you haven't already and drop a comment below. I want to know what you think, because whether this is symbolic or not, it's still one of the most terrifying scenes in the entire Bible, and it's describing something very real. Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters, and Maranatha.